Welcome to Easy Math TV. We're going to continue the problem that we were working on before. So if you haven't seen part 1 of the video, go back and watch that. Part 2 here is we're going to be finding the two x-intercepts, and then we're going to look at the graph of this function. So I also want to point out right here at the outset that when you are calculating your capital D, that's called the discriminant, by the way, when you are calculating that value, sometimes it will report or will result in an error code. If that happens, then you can just ignore it. It just means that there are no x-intercepts for that particular problem. So if you do not see a number for the value of D and it has an error code, then these two calculations up here for x-intercepts are going to be meaningless. But let's look at them right now. So the first x-intercept, you're going to type equals and start with F3. So you're going to start with the value of H, and we're going to add to that H, the number in H4, so that's our capital D, divided by, and then quantity 2 times C3. So 2 times A. Basically, it's H plus capital D divided by 2 times A. That's what the formula is. But those are the cell references, okay? So that's the first x-intercept. The second x-intercept, very similar, but instead of adding H4, we're going to subtract H4. So you're going to have your F equals F3 again, equals H, minus H4 divided by 2 times A. And don't forget to put the parentheses around the 2 times C3 there in your cell for the other x-intercept. So there are 2 x-intercepts. Sometimes you'll have a graph that there's only one, and sometimes you'll have a graph where there's none. So hopefully in more videos to come, we'll see examples of all those kinds. But right now, what matters is let's see what the graph looks like. So over here, you would highlight all of your data and go to Insert. And I've already done it, so I'm not going to actually do it, but I want you to go to Insert up here. Sorry, I didn't have all the data selected. So basically go up here to your scatter plot, and this time I want you to make a smooth line and markers graph. Smooth line and markers, because we want to actually see the dots for the points. And we want to see we want to see the shape of the quadratic function. Okay, so scatter with smooth lines and markers is what we're going to do. So let's go down here. This is the graph that I had already made earlier. And so your graph would not have all these text boxes on here and the orange arrows, but I just wanted to talk about it a little bit with you so that you could understand a little more about quadratic functions and why they're so special. They're special because they have this symmetry about them. And that means that there's always a left half and a right half of a quadratic function. And it basically takes the shape of a U or the shape of an upside down U, you can think of it as an N, a smooth N. But it widens as it goes. So, this one, though, is limited for x values between -6 and +6, and it just ends there. So we do have 2 endpoints there. And the important features are, for our purposes, let's start with the vertex. The vertex is down here at the bottom of the curve. So it's this bottommost point. And we had already discussed what the coordinates were of that. It's the coordinates -1, -16. Then the next point we're going to go over to is the y-intercept. That's where the graph crosses the y-axis, and that point had coordinates 0, -15. So then it just so happened in our problem that we had two x-intercepts. We had one over here to the left with coordinates -5, 0, and we had one over here to the right with coordinates 3, 0. So depending on the situation that you're in, these points can mean something. So when we get into some applications, you're going to see what the meaning is behind some of those important points. And that pretty much covers our basic understanding of what a quadratic function is and what the basic features are, provided that we are given the equation in standard form here. So you have to start with that. All right. Like, subscribe, comment down below. Share these videos with people that you think might find them useful. Thank you.